Hey guys, I don't know how many people will join, but I am going to be making a baked flan, and we're also going to do a shrimp scampi. So I'm just gonna give it a couple of minutes here, and then we'll get started. Just making sure we're set up. Hi Lily, how are you? Thank you for coming. We're making the flan today, Lily. And this is really easy. Oh, thank you. Let's see. Okay. Okay, I just want to make sure you can see well. I have all of my ingredients ready. Okay. So the first thing that we're going to do, you're going to want to make this, Lily. I promise you're going to want to make this, okay? So I'm going to point us down this way so you guys can see this part. This is for dinner. I have my stuff set up right here. So, okay. All right, so the first thing that we're gonna do is we're going to make our caramel. And this is easy, but you have to watch it to make sure that it doesn't burn. Hi, Rally, hi. How are you? Good to see you. Okay, so we're gonna get started. You're gonna wanna turn the heat on. Okay, yeah, I promise you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. Okay. So this is heating. We are going to use this non-stick pan. Hi, Flo, hi. So we are making a baked flan, and we're going to make shrimp scampi with angel hair pasta for dinner, okay? So I'm just waiting for this to heat up just for a minute here. And all of this is going to be made in a blender. So for this, you're gonna need about 2/3 of a cup sugar to make your caramel. You can add more if you want to, if you want a little extra caramel, because that's, that's always something that you're going to want. And you're going to need 2 cups of heavy cream. You're going to need 1 can, which is a 14 ounce of condensed milk. Oh, and Flo. You need 5 eggs, 1 cup of regular milk, and you're going to need vanilla. I like to put a little bit of extra vanilla in there. Some people like B squared. Hi. Oh my God. It's been a minute. Hi, Mish. Hi. My goodness, you guys. And you're going to need vanilla. And this is going to be baking at 350 degrees in a water bath. Okay. So this is what we're going to want to start with because we're going to want to put this in our pan already. Okay. So you just take your sugar and put it in your hot pan. Make sure you distribute it well. Don't do anything to this. We can stir this if it's just the sugar and the heat. You can't stir it if you add water to it, okay? And you might see some recipes that tell you that you need water. I would advise against that because it will end up having granules and it won't be very smooth. So I'll show you guys, we're gonna make this part together, okay? All right. So we're just gonna watch it and we're gonna watch it melt together. Mish, how are you? Thank you for coming. B squared. Girl, it's been a minute, okay? Where have you been? Where have you been? I know you said that you took your KitchenAid out. That's exciting. All right. So it's slowly melting, you guys. We're gonna do this together. This might take a minute, but I want you guys. Hey, Brad. Hi. Hi. How are you? We're making flan and a shrimp scampi. And just so you guys know, this is going to be like a Spanish style flan. Sugar in a dry pan. I know. It's scary, but don't be scared because we're here together, okay? The thing is with this, so we're starting at 8, which is like medium high. Welcome to Morocco. Simo, I'm not from Morocco, but hello, if you're in Morocco. Ahlan wa sahlan. Okay. So we're watching this together, you guys. We're gonna be here for a minute. We're just gonna let this melt. Once it starts to melt, you're going to want to turn it down. Okay. And then we're just going to let the heat do its work, because this will change very, very quickly from an amber color to something burned. You don't want that. Okay, it's melting. It's melting, y'all. Do you guys see it coming together? I don't know if you can see the granules. Making bigger granules here. Okay. And I'll show you guys once we get to that amber color. I'll tell you when to stop. Because you guys, if this is one of those things, if you mess this up while you're making it, don't beat yourself up. Toss it and try again. Does it matter what type of sugar you use? I just use regular granulated sugar. If you can use the super fine sugar, I wouldn't use anything like a powdered sugar, because that has cornstarch in it. So that could give you some clumps, and you would have a very difficult time getting that to melt properly. And then if you use something like raw sugar, that would take a lot longer. Hi, Divine. Hi. It's good to see you. Y'all see it, right? You see what's happening? And like I was saying, if you mess this up, it's okay. First time, second time, sometimes you can mess it up. Sometimes, you know, you just might look away for 2 seconds and it'll burn. Throw it out. Please don't use it. Please don't use it. I know, like, people don't want to waste and stuff, but if you end up using a burnt caramel, you're going to ruin an entire batch of really, really good ingredients, because it will ruin your flan. And if it's ruined, it'll be very bitter. You don't want that. Of course. It's a great honor for us, Morocco, this hospitable country with generous people. Greetings to you. Yeah, welcome. What is your name? Simon? Sajid? Welcome. Yeah. I've known a lot of Moroccans. Okay. Do you guys see it? We're getting amber here. Okay. Are you seeing it? Now, let me tell you this. You're not going to want to leave this just sitting in a pan. Hey, VG, hi. I am making flan, and we're making shrimp scampi. All right. So we're going to take our pan. You guys, pour it into your pan. Okay. Look at these nonstick. Can you believe that? That's crazy. That's wild with the carolee. Okay. I'm going to turn this off. This is going to be super hot. I'm just going to move it right here, and we're going to let that sit. Okay. That's our caramel ready. Okay. So what will happen? Thank you. Aw, thank you, VG. You're so sweet. All right. So let's see if this works the way that they said. Y'all, I'm sorry. What? What? Look at this. Look at this. You guys. Hey, Mom, I know that you'll probably rewatch this later. Look, that was from the caramel. Okay? Impressive. Most appreciated. Thank you. All right. Now we're going to move to our flan. So by the time that this is ready, this will be cooled, because one thing, what happened? Oh. Yeah, Riley, isn't that awesome? Okay, so one thing that I don't want you to do, I don't want you to put this batter over super hot caramel. So please make your caramel first and let it sit. It's going to get super hard, and then you're going to pour your batter into it, and it will be perfect, okay? Oh, Lily, oh, you're too cute, too cute. Okay, all right, so we're gonna go now. We are going to have, you need 5 large eggs. Let me flip this. The products, yeah, I'll get you all the information, B squared. All the information, because that was pretty amazing, okay? Thank you, Lily. So 5 eggs go into our blender, okay? Oh, you don't put that in there. All right. Okay, you guys are set. And then you're going to need condensed milk, 1 can, 14 ounces. Okay, let me move this up. Okay. You're going to put 1 can of condensed milk. And I already have my oven preheating at 350 degrees. Here. Okay. And then you need milk. Let me give this a mix first. We're going to give this a quick mix. You guys might not be able to hear me. And then you're going to need 1 cup of milk. Hey, Sammy. Hi. Hi, Sammy. Oh my God. Congratulations. Congratulations. Oh my God. It's so good to see you. I hope everything is going well. Oh, so good to see you. My heart. My heart. Okay. So 1 cup of milk is going to go right in here. Vanilla. Oh, I know. Vanilla. Okay. And then the last thing that you're going to need is 2 cups of heavy whipping cream. I do. Divine. Sammy, I'm so happy that, you know, everything is okay right now and it's upward from here. That's just so beautiful. And yeah, congratulations and God bless. Okay, so we've got 2 cups of heavy whipping cream. You guys, this is the most important part. You need to put your heavy cream in last, okay? Because so make sure everything is nicely mixed and then put in your heavy whipping cream because you don't want to overmix it. If you overmix it, that's it. You're done. You're going to have a curdled, you know, baked good. We don't want that, okay? And so this isn't going to take long to do, okay? So we're going to turn this on. And that's it, okay? All right, oops, take this off. Okay, I'm just gonna use one of my old baking sheets here. I'm going to put, oh, that's hot. Don't want butter? What are you talking about? No, no ma'am, no ma'am. Okay. Oh, let me show you how this is like solid. Do you see that? Ooh, it's hot. Do you hear it? Okay. Is this on? Hold on. The whole, sorry you guys. Yeah, it is. Weird. The lighting, I feel like the lighting changed. Isn't that weird? Hold on. Is that better? Maybe. Okay, so we're going to take this. Sorry, guys. My tomatoes made it over here. Let me just move this over there. Okay. Now, you want to get like real techie with it, not real techie, if you want to get real special with it, let's just say that, you can strain it to make sure that you don't have any kind of chunks in there. Okay, and when you're straining it, try to get it from up top just because it'll just make your life a little bit easier. Perfect. Okay. Now, this part might be a little bit extra, so you don't have to, yeah, like like little pieces of egg or something if you don't mix it all the way. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Now, if you don't like that foam on top, because sometimes it will have like a little bit of a foamy layer, but it doesn't matter because you're going to flip it. You can always take a torch and just take out some of that, the little bubbles on top if you want to, but you don't have to do that. That's just if you want to be extra. Okay. And then let me just grab the water to pour into this. Okay, so I'm going to stick this in the oven and I'm going to add water to the pan. Okay. Oh my God, that's hot. Okay. And then we're going to move on to dinner. Let me just get the water. And remember, with your water, you just have to put about like an inch or less water in your double boiler. Or in your water bath. Okay, all right. So we're going to let that bake. It will take about an hour to bake. See, how's that blender, a Vitamix, but it takes up so much. This one is incredible. And Flo, I just got it because that Ninja that I had was on its last leg. But this one has more watts than the Ninja, not more watts than your mixer though, for sure. But it's very smooth. It's not super loud. I really like it. Family's getting oatmeal and topping. Any topping bar. That sounds delicious. Divine. You guys, I made some brown butter yesterday. It's brown butter, but it's clarified butter. And then I put it in one of like the top part of this container to give it this shape. So that's what I'm going to be using tonight, but you can use whatever butter you want. Okay. All right. So we're going to get started on the scampi. I'm also going to start heating up my water for the angel hair. All right, here we go. All right. This here. Okay. Sorry, you guys, I'm just trying to move some of this stuff out of the way really quick. All right, so the first thing that we are going to do is you need 2 tablespoons of butter. So I'm just going to be using some of this clarified butter. So 1, 2, okay. This is the clarified brown butter that I made the other day. Okay. And then, so while the butter is melting, you guys, I also made some roasted roasted garlic, and then I put it in here. Oh, thank you guys. You guys are so sweet. So I put, I had a bunch of garlic, right? Like in, you know, just like heads of garlic, and I didn't want them to go bad. So I just cut a little bit of the top of them and put them in a container and covered it. And, oh, thank you. Thank you. And then I just put all of the garlic in here, just squeezed it right in here and put it in the fridge. Just make sure that you do refrigerate this. You can put some salt and oil in it, but please don't keep this too long because it can go bad, okay? But if you're going to be using your garlic regularly, if you're a garlic household, you're gonna wanna do this, or just make a smaller batch. That works too. This just really enhances the flavor. This, I would leave, you can leave it with the oil after it's cooked, making sure that it's all cooked, making sure that there was no kind of moldy pieces in any of the ones that you made. It should last you about 2 weeks covered. But if you put it in the freezer, it will use, I lost my speech when I saw the garlic. I hate that stuff. I really do. It will last you a lot longer if you put it in the freezer. You can put it in some of those silicone, ice cube containers. So you can take this and, you know, just shove a bunch of them in the silicone containers, cover it, stick it in your freezer, and it'll be ready to go. Okay, so to this, so we have 2 tablespoons of the butter. We're going to add olive oil. You need another 2 tablespoons of olive oil. There's like a lot, I like the garlic paste, Lily. I really like the garlic paste that comes in a tube, but the garlic, I don't. So 2 tablespoons. And yes, I know it does look like it's a lot of fat and everything, but it's fine, okay? And then to this, we're going to add 2 pounds. Oops, there's water in it from the washing it earlier. Add your shrimp. Okay, and then to this, we're going to add garlic. I am going to use a decent amount of garlic. So you're going to need maybe 6 cloves chopped. This is just my roasted garlic. And with this garlic, see, you can like make it into a paste. I just didn't the other day, but do you guys see that? Like you can squish this, so it will melt into the food. This is a very garlic-rich dish. Oh, you guys can't see. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, and then to this, you're going to need about a 1/4 cup. You can go up to a 1/2 cup depending on how much sauce you want for your pasta of chicken broth or any kind of other broth. Some people will use wine. I don't use wine because I don't drink and I don't buy alcohol. So I'm not going to be doing that. I'm just going to use a broth, chicken broth to be exact. And you guys already know how I do it. I use the powder, but you can do whatever you want. Use whatever broth you want. Let's just pour this in. Okay. Then you're going to need about 2 tablespoons of lemon. You can add more lemon if you want to. Oh, you're sweet. You can always add more lemon to this if you want to. Of course, you can use fresh lemon if you have it. I didn't. And you guys, you will see a lot of times, even like depending on what we're making, I will use what I have on hand. Like, it's not necessary to go out and buy an entire thing of, you know, lemons or whatever if I have a lemon source in my house. I'm just not going to do that. Usually I'll buy lemon if I'm baking with it because I need the zest. Okay? And then to this, we're going to add black pepper. Now, if you don't want to do all of this, they do have a packet for shrimp scampi that's really, really good. I think it's made by McCormick. You can find it like where they have the little bags where they sell the, what is it called? Like gravy packets and spice packets. They do have it there. And it's actually very good. So I would definitely recommend that if you're looking for something like that. I'm not going to add salt right now just because I don't think that I'll need it. If I do, I can add salt, obviously. Just because of the broth. If you don't want to use broth, I mean, if you don't want chicken broth, you can use whatever broth you want. I wouldn't go with like a very dark colored broth just so that it still looks, you know, nice. Okay, now my water's boiling. I'm just going to add just a little bit of olive oil because it's angel hair. I don't want it sticking together. It does have the tendency to do that. And of course, some salt. This one here will be ready shortly. I'm about to turn it off because you don't want to overcook your shrimp. I don't know how you guys do it, but I twist it like this and then let it go. Maybe I can show you. That's like so that I don't have to break it or anything. Can you guys do that? Okay. Like that, and then I just let it slowly go in. That way we don't have to break it. Okay, and I don't have fresh parsley, but I do have dry parsley. That's the only other thing you'll need for this. Obviously, adjust it to your liking. Okay, so this is basically ready. Now, another thing that I do like to add is, I don't know if you guys have ever had the shrimp scampi. Yeah, of course, it's a definite no. But I know some people like struggle with that, so. Okay, I'm just gonna leave this on, the stove is off and I'm just gonna leave this on the stove. I do like to add some tomatoes. Can you make Marry Me chicken? I have heard of that. I don't think I've ever made it, but I'll look and I will definitely find the best recipe and I will make it for sure. I have plenty of chicken, so we can definitely do that. So I'm now sad I don't want oatmeal anymore. Aw, Divine. So I do like to add some cherry tomatoes. There's actually another recipe with penne and cherry tomatoes that is delicious that we need to make sometime. It's a and chicken. It's a very easy, quick recipe. So if you've been to Cheesecake Factory, their shrimp scampi does have a little bit of tomato in it, and I just love it. It just hits perfectly. So I like to add that to mine. So I just take some cherry tomatoes and I just cut them in half, you know, just like this. and I just toss them in. You guys, I got this new oatmeal yesterday that I'm going to have to try. It's Australian. I wanted to see about eating it just like this and baking with it, and also maybe making it in some soup. I also did get quinoa, and I got sugar made of dates. So I want to bake with that too. So I'm just going to cut these, and I'm just going to let them naturally just kind of welt down into the sauce without adding more heat to the sauce, because I still want them to keep their shape, basically. So. But obviously, if you don't like tomatoes, you don't have to do this part. I know some people really don't like tomato. I am the kind of person, like, I don't like tomato on my sandwiches, not because of the taste, but because of the texture. Like, it kind of makes it a little wet. I just don't really like that, but I do like the flavor of tomatoes. I was going to make the bread today, like the, what is it? The Olive Garden breadsticks, but we do have a lot of carbs today, so I figured maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should chill out. I don't know if you guys would be interested in like a morning. Yeah, let me show you. I don't think you can see it because the label is on here. Okay. It's made by this company. So this is date molasses. So this one, we put it over these little donut holes. You make donut holes and put this over it. Delicious. You can also use it in place of molasses. Like if you can make your own brown sugar, or if you're making cookies, go ahead and add this to it. Or if you have oatmeal, you can use this as a sweetener, and it's very, very good. And I think it has a decent amount of zinc in it, if I'm remembering correctly. But it does have potassium and calcium and a little bit of iron. So it's good for you. Diabetics. Oh, that's pretty amazing. Of course. Oh, and then this is the sugar. Like I said, I don't think you can see it, but it's the same brand. So it's really good, Lily. It's really good. And it is good for you. Okay. So I'm going to toss the let me just turn off. Okay. I'm going to put this in here. And you guys, I don't know if you guys would be interested in like a breakfast or like a morning live, because I did want to make crepes, like maybe some Nutella crepes, or you guys can tell me what kind of crepes you like. I do really love dates though. Like, I mean, I'm kind of biased. Like that's kind of a big deal in Algeria. Yeah, so I use them a lot. We have date cookies that we make. I can definitely do that for you guys. I have made oatmeal cookies with, instead of using raisin, I used chopped up dates. And you guys, you know, like Ramadan is coming up, and during Ramadan, we break fast using dates. And it's because dates have like give you like an instant energy boost because of the amount of natural sugar that's in them. They're very good. They're also good if you're going into labor. They help the process along. So that's to keep in mind too. They also help with menstrual cramps. If you are a person who gets a lot of cramping, they are good like for uterine health and uterine spasms. Okay. I'm just going to give this is cooling off a little too fast. Okay. Just going to give it a quick simmer. Okay. We check on the pasta. And I know there are people who like to rinse their pasta. I never rinse my pasta after it's cooked. just because I feel like it gives it like a blandness that I don't like. Okay. Let me see if I have my dates here. I can show you guys my favorite dates. Yeah, but basically if you're having like a sugar crash or whatever, if you haven't eaten all day and you need a quick snack for like a quick pick-me-up, you're going to want a date. Hi, Kimmy. Hello. What? See, that's the thing. So, Kimmy, I've noticed this. I just noticed this in Nikki's live. You have to go to top chat and all chat and just like go back and forth and then it'll let you chat. It's some kind of a glitch. So if you try that for anybody who's coming in and it's not letting them chat and they are subbed, you're going to have to just click all chat, go from all chat to top chat, all chat, top chat, and it'll open it up for you. Okay. All right. So now this one is ready. Oh, what I forgot what I was going to tell you. The dates. Yes. So if you guys want some recipes with dates, I can definitely do that for you. But like I was saying, like if you're feeling like you're having like a sugar crash or you really need a quick pick me up, something like that would be amazing. So a date, you're going to want that. Okay. Let me grab my little thing. Okay. So I'm just going to grab my pasta. And I'm going to add it right in here. Okay. Just going to move this right here. So here's our pasta. It's going to go right in here. And if you ever have like some leftover pasta or whatever, you know, a buttered noodle is delicious, especially like, you know, the kids love buttered noodles. And this was one box, like this size. So it makes a pretty decent amount like for a family of 4. So and save some of your pasta water just in case you feel like you need a little bit more sauce in this. Then you can just kind of, but just make sure that you're being very careful with the salt because it can be a little salty, as you know. Okay, so I'm just going to put this here just in case we need to water it down. Let me give this a quick toss. And you guys, so our flan is in the oven. And it does have to come out and cool before I can flip it. So for that part, as y'all know how that goes, we are going to come back to that. And I will just record that for you guys. So please look out for the short showing you the flipped finished product. Okay. And then to this, I'm going to add the cheese. You can add cheese directly to this, or you can add the cheese when you serve it. It's up to you. But sometimes I do like to add it just because I know my husband, like if, let's say he goes to serve himself, like if, you know, he wants leftovers or whatever, sometimes I think he'll just like forget to put cheese on his. So I like to add the cheese to it so that I know that there's cheese on it. You know what I mean? Because I'll usually like serve him up his first plate, but if he wants more, then he'll usually go grab more himself. I just know how he does things. Okay, so that's our pasta. I'm going to serve some up. Thank you, Rally. Thank you, Divine. So I'll put just a little bit. And if you have fresh Parmesan, obviously that would be way better. But the taste. Sometimes I will use that grated parm, almost like a spice, just for flavor, because it doesn't really do much more to, like, you know, like as far as cheese consistency goes, right? But we don't need this to be all cheesy and sticky and crazy. Okay, so I'm gonna serve this up. I will give this a little taste just to make sure that it doesn't need anything extra before I serve it up. So, excuse me for just 1 second. Delicious. Freaking delicious. Okay. So, I'm going to serve this up. It's easier. This is all. And remember, you can always add just like a little bit, maybe like a 1/4 cup of your pasta juice to this. Yeah, this has lemon in it. So, guys, I might need to see, I don't know if anybody, are you guys interested in spice packets? Like, would that make your life easier? If you guys are interested in that, I can see, I might have one. And I will show you. Because there are some spice packets that are actually worth buying, because it will make your life a lot easier. I think it'll just tell you. She wants extra lemon. We do love lemon in this house. Okay, let me show it. Let me see it. I'll just look. We did have lemon trees in the motherland, my grandparents' house, and orange trees and pomegranate. Okay. Let me look. I'll have to do like a little tour thing, you guys, of my spices, because I think you guys will think I'm crazy. I have my little basket, and no, none of them are expired, okay? None of them are expired, because I go through this regularly to make sure. You guys, do you want to see it? Do you want to see it? Just the packets, because I have the packets in a very specific place. Okay, this is done. I'm just gonna hide it while I'm doing this then, because I don't know if y'all want to see it. Okay, do you want the recommended ones? I'll show you the recommended ones. Get you some of this. Shawarma pita. This is a recommended one. You'll love this. You just mix it with some yogurt sauce. You can mix it with Greek yogurt, and you can also use this as a spice. Okay, so here's one that I would recommend. The others, I don't know if y'all will be able to get them, because they're from the Middle Eastern store. So we'll just go with the ones that I know you can get for a fact. Hollandaise mix. You're going to want to get this, especially if you like Eggs Benedict, or if you want to use this for a different kind of sauce. Okay, there's this one. Oh, I found it, y'all. This one. Get this. If you find enough, hoard it. Just make sure that, you use it, this one doesn't expire till 2027. So get this. Do you? Okay, perfect. Let me tell you guys what you would need for this. Like, it's super easy. A package of the mix, oil and butter, and then obviously your shrimp, and you'll need lemon juice. That's it. And your pasta. So if you just want something quick, get this. You will love it, I promise. Okay. All right, so for the Arabic ones, the ground kebab seasoning, this one's good. I would get this. Their dried lime, this one's good. I want to, BG, maybe one of these days we can do that. That would be like so cool. Oh, so you will see Ras Al Hanout. I know y'all have heard me speak about Ras Al Hanout. I am going to try, you guys, I'm going to try to make the most authentic Ras Al Hanout mix for people in America, because I haven't found all of that. Okay. I haven't had, so this one is a very, very close version. So Ras Al Hanout, if you get this, you guys will be able to use this for some of the soups I'll be making, like harira. You'll be able to make it for our stuffed zucchinis. Za'atar, I do have za'atar. I think I moved it to a different package though. So I can't show you what the packaging is. Hold on, let me make sure. Let me make sure. Is it here? Yeah. I think I just put it, oh, hold on. Is it this one? Oh, yeah, I moved it. This is my za'atar. I moved it and put it in here. So, but I'm pretty sure I don't think it was the Sadaf brand. Hold on, let me see if I have another one. Shawarma. I think did I show you guys this one? So, I would get, so for the shawarma seasoning, honestly, this one is better than this one. Get you this one. Okay? And you guys, some of these have two sections. Do you see? I don't know if, can you see? Okay. This one says, so there is a sauce mix and then there is a seasoning mix. Okay? So you can open one side of it, right? And use that for your sauce that you want on your sandwich. And then the seasoning mix is to season your meat. Okay? And if you guys remember, we did make the shawarma meat here together. And then obviously you guys, I have like a lot of other spices that are, hold on, let me show you. This one, there are some that I would totally recommend, okay? Where is it? Like from this brand. This one is really good with chicken. Oh, okay. Yeah. So Kimmy, like that's perfect for that. You can also find Euro spices, but if you can't find Euro spices, or if you're in it, they do have a Euro one. The shawarma, the McCormick, they have a Euro one. And I can also, I think I showed you guys how to make tzatziki already. And then, oh, this brand, it's called Silk Route or Silk Root. This one, they have amazing saffron, and it's actually affordable and it's real. So if you go to the Home Goods, that's the only place you'll find this. Get you some of their spices. You won't regret it. They also have delicious smoked paprika. Okay. There was one more that I wanted to show you guys. Which one was it? I can't remember which one. There was something else I was going to show you guys and I can't remember. Oh, the chimichurri. This brand, chimichurri. I know the saffron is very expensive, but I promise you, Lily, if you find a Home Goods, go to their section where they have the what is it? The spices, the food. Go there. Get you some. What did Kimmy buy? I have a... Oh, that's so good. So you'll be able to find all of this stuff, Kimmy. But yeah, so we will absolutely, because I'm going to make some soups and stuff like that during Ramadan that it won't taste the same if you guys don't have the same spices. So let's see if there was anything else in here. No. Those ones were the ones I was going to show you. So if you guys go to Walmart, those are spices that I would say grab. Absolutely. Please grab some of these. Shawarma and Euro. Okay. All right. Let me serve that man because I'm sure he's hungry. We have to go through this. We need to do like a pantry go through one of these days, don't we? Oh, let me show you what I get for Zafran. You guys, just in case you can't find the other one. If you find this, you will find this at the Arabic store. Get you some. Okay, this is the Zafran water. This is delicious. You only need a tablespoon. With your rice, get you some. Hey, Kimmy, if you go to your international market, get you some. This is so good and totally worth the money. I can't remember exactly how much it was, but it's definitely cheaper. I asked for a pantry tour a couple of weeks ago. Did you? Here? I didn't see that. I never knew that. Okay, yeah, we're gonna have to do that for sure. What's wrong with that? Is there something on my back? Oh, that was one of you guys' little icons. I thought I had something on the shirt. I was like, what is that? So I'm going to serve some of this. Okay, so it's perfectly blended together. It's looking real good. Just grab. So give it one last mix. I did add a little bit of cheese to it. Okay. And then we place it in here. Okay. And then we scoop up some of the delicious shrimps. Put that right here. Some of the tomatoes. Put that right here. Get this one there. If you have fresh parsley, go ahead and put some on there. If you don't worry about it. If you want to put basil on it, you can. We can put some basil on it, even though you don't have to. This doesn't require basil. You can also serve it with a little side of, what was that you just showed? Which one? Oh, this? This is saffron water. It's really good. I would absolutely 110% recommend it. Thank you, Rally. Most appreciated. Okay, we've got that. And then let's get a little bit of that cheese on here. You guys, I like loose things constantly. Oh, no, it's right here. I got it mixed up. Okay. All right, you guys. So here it is. This is our shrimp and our angel hair pasta. We do have our dessert in the oven. Once that's out, I will asking what a spice was. Wait, hold on. I used to be nervous asking what a spice was for when I would go to the different international stores, and it's always the sweetest lady telling me, oh my God, Divine, absolutely. Like, don't ever be nervous to ask any of those questions. That's the thing. It's also, we have a melting pot here. You know, we've got people from all over the world, and we have the opportunity to try so many different things. People want you to try these things. So when somebody asks, like, so when I go to H Mart, it's mainly like it's an Asian market. They do have like an area that's like European and Arabic, but for the most part, they have mostly Asian stuff. And so I have to buy daikon radish for some of the dishes that we make. Of course, Rally. Oh, thank you. And so I have to buy daikon radish. And when I was buying the daikon, I took, because it's this white long radish, right? And it weighs like too much. Like, it's pretty expensive to buy it by weight in some places. And so I'd seen that like all of them had like these huge leaves on them, right? And so when I grabbed it, I took the leaves off because I don't make it with the leaves. And so when I went to go check out, the lady, who I think is Vietnamese, she was just like, why did you take all the tops off? I was like, because they weigh too much and I don't use them. And she said, you mean you don't eat the top? And I said, no. She said she thought it was crazy. Yeah, I didn't know that. See, because like we don't do that. Like, we cook things like, you know, cactus leaf. You know, I don't know if you guys, what is it called? It's in Arabic, it's called khorshaf, but it's the bottom part of an artichoke. We cook that part and the artichoke. You can only find it in New Jersey because I think like some Italians brought it there. Oh, that's so weird that you said that. As I'm saying, no, I'm not. I'm Mediterranean. I'm Algerian. Um, But so we eat the stalk part of the artichoke, and it is so good, and you can't find it anywhere. So you basically have to go to like a farm, where they grow artichokes, and for us, like not here. So you might find it in California, but it's definitely popular like in Mediterranean or specifically like Italian cuisine, which, if you find it there, you should definitely try it. But so that's another thing. Like I was so like excited about this lady telling me that. So I was very excited about this lady telling me about how they cook, like how they in her culture or in her country, like that they use the top. So of course I want to try that. So so yeah. But so anyway, so this is our meal. I am going to go hand us over to the hubs. Once the flan is done, I will flip it out. Just remember that this recipe that I gave you is more so a Spanish and partial kind of reminiscent of like the Mexican flan. The Mexican flan is a little bit thicker in texture than a Spanish flan, and the Spanish flan and Mexican flan are both a little bit thicker than a French flan. But this is definitely one of my favorite textures. It's between the Spanish and the Mexican. For me, the flan and the French flan is a little bit too light, so it's a little bit like a jello, but that might be something that you would like. So yeah, because I am Mediterranean. I don't know how not to talk with my hands. You'd have to like tie me down and I'd still be moving my head or something to gesture. But so thank you guys so much for joining me. Please look for the short and when I flip the flan. And if you guys have any questions, please let me know. I am here to help. And yeah, if you guys are interested in a breakfast type of live, I would love to do crepes with you guys. Maybe I'll have to put a poll over on the side to see if you guys want like a savory crepe, because we can do strawberry and cream. We can do Nutella, we can do banana Nutella, or we can do savory, and that would be like a spinach and eggs type of thing. Thank you for coming. It's always a pleasure to have you guys. Thank you so much. All right, you guys, happy Saturday evening. Please enjoy the rest of your weekend. And okay, Lily, I got you. Okay. And we can make some drinks too. Okay. I love you guys. Thank you so much.